Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're inside a TGIF edition. You already know what it is. It's the Faith Rule. All
Hold
right.
on now. You can't be cutting yourself off.
You can't come in late as the choir director. Who comes in the middle of a song?
Come on now.
Good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning.
You
You
good?
are dope. You are dope.
Unapologetically, honey.
That's dope, period.
Unapologetically dope, period.
Period. I love it. I love it. What's up, Cherie?
I'm good. I'm excited that it's Friday. Good morning, Kelsey from Las Vegas. Rhonda Elliott, good morning. Candy
Vegas
Jones,
in the
what's up?
build.
Julie Gant, good morning.
What up?
Shalonda Lene, hey now Friday. I know that's right. I feel you, girl. Hey now Friday.
It's
Listen,
Friday.
Lisa.
How many of you, let me ask this question. Your check is already gone. My mom used to say that all the time.
So that's why a lot of people don't even get excited about payday.
Right. How many of you could say my check is already gone? Let me see your hand. It's already spent.
Spunt. Good
Oh, my
morning.
mama used to kill me with that. I ain't got no my money. You get paid Friday, that money already gone.
And then don't be quit watching my purse. Talking about when I get paid.
I used to do that all the time. How many of your money already spent, already gone?
Listen.
But
We
anyway,
pray that we're making better choices. There
yes,
are, you might have some days like that. Ooh, but I sure remember.
I remember them
I
days.
remember. I've been trying to be better.
Cherie, let me tell you this story. Like, income tax time when I was a little boy, my mama, here's what happened. Your cousin that live across town called your mama and said, I got my check today, girl. And then my mama would say, get dressed.
Where y'all going?
Cherie, she would go through the neighborhood looking for the mailman.
What?
I'm fully dressed.
Y'all can't wait.
Mama said, put on some clothes. Put on some clothes.
Clothes on.
And we would go hunt that doggone mailman. You can't chase the mailman nowadays, but my mama back in the day, back in them 80s, boy.
Our mailman he's pretty consistent with his time.
Oh, really? Okay.
I am horrible. I'm just horrible at checking my mail. I know he probably think I'm crazy. Like I know she come home.
I don't think you crazy, but y'all remember them days? Y'all laughing already. Yeah, somebody said, thank God for direct deposit. I know those right, Tony.
Yes, Lord.
I know that's right. Direct deposit. Now you got to be careful with those direct deposits because if you in the negative, that thing goes.
Yeah, it's gonna take the little stuff now.
I'm
Maybe
telling
we'll
you.
do that. I know that.
It's all right to reminisce on what the law.
I know that life too. He's like, nah, no, y'all give me a paper check. I'm gonna go cash it at y'all bank.
No, hold on. The liquor store. Y'all, come on. Don't leave Pastor Nate out here by
liquor store. Now, did you have to buy liquor for them to do it? Or they just...
Baby. My mama used to go to the liquor store. Greg Brown say, pay your tithes first. Come on, Pastor. I know a pastor goes. Come on, Pastor.
Listen, let me tell y'all something about me. I just got everything, every bill, even my tithes. My tithes are on recurring.
Come on.
Get it. And all my bills are automated draft.
Yep.
So I don't have to think.
You give God the first fruit.
Yeah, y'all gonna get it. As soon as that check hit, they're gonna pull them tithes out. What we waiting for?
That's why you blessed. That's why you dope, girl. Unapologetically dope. What's up for your weekend, Elder G?
I gotta preach this weekend. So,
girl, you've been a preaching machine.
But hey, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Cherie, I'm doing a sermon Sunday called Thugs Need Love Too.
Come on now.
Thugs. Listen.
Thugs need love too.
I'm in a series called Make Room. make room. And Sunday, I'm talking about we got to make room for the thugs. Who was one thug in the Bible, Cherie, you could think about? Who was a thug?
Well, before Paul was Paul.
There it is.
He was the ultimate.
I'm going there. Any thug you know in San Diego, get them to Greater Life Sunday. Hallelujah.
You ought to have one in your life anyway. You got to keep one thug in your life.
Got to keep one.
You don't never know what might jump off.
Lakeisha, that's right, girl. I'm going there, Keisha. I'm going there, Keisha. Hope you had a good birthday, Lakeisha.
Yes.
Hope you had a good birthday. Hey, Faith Room, let's pray for Jerry Robinson, whose mother transitioned yesterday. Jerry Robinson, a mom transitioned. So, Jerry, if you're watching, we're praying for you and your family. I know the feeling, my sister.
Yeah.
What's up, Shadrick, Preaching Machine? What's up, Doc?
Pastor Greg says send him the notes.
Yes, sir. Man, I'm still in the lab, boy. I'm still in the lab, Pastor. I'm gonna get off here and finish up. So
yeah, me too.
Sunday show come quick when you're a pastor, Cherie.
Bless your heart.
Slow up, Sunday.
Mm-mm-mm.
Peter was a rock. You know what, Peter? I thought about using Peter, but you know what? Saul was off the chain.
Saul was off the chain, like yeah. He was relentless, unapologetically a thug.
Okay, Cherie, let me ask you this question. Faith Room, y'all can answer this too. And our therapist is in the room. Cherie, when you get to heaven, other than Jesus, everybody gonna run to Jesus. All right. Let's just say you're in heaven. The first three people you want to go holler at when you get to heaven. The first three. Who would
other
be
than my mother?
Yeah. Your mom. I'm talking about biblical.
The Bible.
Yeah, in the Bible. Who would you go holler at first? Yeah, I'm gonna holler at my mama too, you know.
I'm gonna get Adam and Eve. I'm gonna have to pull them to the side. What was y'all thinking?
Hold on, Cherie. You gonna be in heaven interrogating? Oh, come on.
Now, God ain't gonna let me be up there being no peace breaker. But you said who I want to holler at. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Like, why you just let her do that? Why you just stand there and let that happen? Now then we had to suffer because of y'all.
All right.
So that's two.
You're not okay.
Who else, Lord? Who else do I want to see? I don't know, Nate. I gotta think about it. Everybody, all the ladies saying Eve.
Eve, Paul, and Peter. Eve. Y'all, who would you want to see when you get up there, y'all? Biblical, and I don't call them characters because they were real people.
They're people.
Who would you want to see? Eve, Paul, and Peter.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve.
Paul, Adam and Eve.
Somebody said, Elder Cherie, my 15-year-old said the same thing. He wants to talk to Adam and Eve.
Boy, they gonna have all this foolishness.
They're gonna have a big line, Cherie.
Abraham and Elijah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I want to see Mary. I want to see Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Okay. Ruth, Mary. Okay. What about now? This ain't a popular one. Hagar.
I'll probably catch Hagar on day 27 of being.
I want to know, like, all that drama y'all went through. Like, what were you feeling?
Wow, come on, Cherie.
Like, when you had to do what Sarah told you. You had to have sex with her husband, and you didn't even want to. How did you feel?
Wow.
Then you had to carry this baby. How did you feel?
You gonna have us up in heaven?
No, what? Like, tell me what was going through your mind because you didn't have a voice. You had to do it.
Right.
Then she got mad.
I think I wanted
Zachariah.
You know what? I want to holler at David because I want to say, David, thank you for pulling us through because we didn't use you a lot of time. Yeah. You're a man after God's own heart. That done pulled me through, David.
Why Zachariah, Katina? That's different.
Well, Katina, you'll be at Zach's house at his mansion by yourself. Ain't nobody. I don't think a lot of people gonna be in that line.
Joe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
See, you gave me so much grief about wanting to have an intense conversation with Adam. Oris gonna be up there talking to Adam. And we're gonna be like, Oris, let somebody else in.
Let me talk first, because Oris gonna have him up for the rest of eternity. For the rest of our days.
They're gonna be like, where Oris at? He's still down at Adam.
Adam, won't let Adam go. Won't turn him loose.
Oh boy, that's funny. Somebody said Adam, Paul, and Job. Tony Gant. Adam, Paul, and Job. Joe Bond said Job, Moses, and David. Job. Yeah.
Who? Samson. Okay. What happened to you? Why did you lose your mind at the end? You had it all, bro.
She threw it on him, Doc, at the end. What you think she said, Cherie?
The wrong one. You ain't got to say nothing.
What you call that? What Damon Allen say that? Ooh-wee.
Deborah. Okay.
Deborah, okay. Don Burst, what's up, big brother? Hosea. Somebody say Hosea.
The prophet.
Yeah, Hosea. All right. Lazarus. Siobhan said, I want to holler at Lazarus.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Jonah.
You mean Zacchaeus, girl? She said, I want to see how short Zechariah was.
Zacchaeus, yeah. You're going to be at the wrong house because Zechariah may be 7 foot tall.
Talk to Noah's son.
They may send Katina back down. They be like, girl, you ain't ready.
Get in here. No, I've heard other people get them mixed up. I'm talking about, but at least she on here, they say it across the pulpit.
Y'all, we going to heaven one day. Y'all, somebody ain't typing that in. Y'all, somebody like, I don't know.
Tammy want to talk to the disciples.
Man, that'll be good, Tammy.
Yeah. Esther.
Like, how did y'all feel when Jesus never invited y'all to go with him?
No, my question is, why did it take y'all so long to get it? Like, y'all was with him all the time, but just like, y'all was slow kind of.
Yeah. How long am I going to have to be with y'all?
How long, he kept saying.
Well, you know, Cherie, they will unlearn. They will unlearn.
They were. But my thing is, y'all was right there looking at it. How you didn't catch that?
Yeah, that's true. Somebody said David, Job, and Mary.
Mary Magdalene, King Solomon, and Mary's mother. I mean, Mary, the mother of Jesus. Good. That's good. That's some good people.
Cherie, it's going to be breathtaking up there, man. Seeing all these people you have read about.
Yes. Let me tell you what I used to say, and it's so funny. Like, I don't know if I want to go to heaven because I don't want to just be drinking milk and eating honey all day. I used to say, that's going to be, I was like, that's going to be boring. Yeah. Like, we can't have no burgers and fries, pizza. You know.
Yeah, not all of them were unlearned. Yeah, you had a tax collector in the group. Yeah, Jesus picked some money. Matthew was a tax collector. Who else? That's a good study. Greg said not all of it was unlearned.
Commoners.
Say that word again. Commoners.
Yeah. That's what we meant, I guess.
You're right. All right, Cherie, we've had a great week of discussion, sis. We've been talking about self-care. Doesn't mean that I'm selfish.
Right.
I think Faith Room, it's been a great week of discussion. Luke was a physician. That's right, Greg. That's right. Luke was a doctor. Good. But yeah, Cherie, do you have a particular day or subject matter that hit you this week? All was good. And I want to hear from the room. And we're going to bring in our licensed therapist today to answer your questions, to give us some insight professionally from this idea of trauma. But anything stood out to you, Elder, this week? I mean, it was just good for me.
I mean, I'm going to even say we did a great job. Tuesday. Monday stood out for me.
You going to leave me hanging? All right. That's good.
You hear me? Monday stood out because it was a day of self-care.
Oh, I was like, what happened Monday? Okay, nothing.
Self-care.
That's right.
And then, Pastor Dana brought it, that whole relationship trauma and getting back into a proper place of mental wellness. That was a great discussion.
Yeah,
I
it
think so
was.
many people got freed. People were saying it's like they were experiencing deja vu. And then of course our little bro Vince brought it
Yesterday.
yesterday.
How many of
So
you made better choices yesterday, or at least you thought about? Did you go to Chick-fil-A yesterday, Elder?
I did not.
Come
I
on
had
here, girl.
cabbage. I had that cabbage and I had all that fruit. I started to text you. I was like, dude, it's a wrestling match in my stomach right now.
I told you, I'm a prophet.
I was at work. I said, let me be petty and text Nate. It
Listen,
was a rumble humble. 5 minutes it lasted.
that
So,
cabbage and greens will take you on out of here.
and I did cabbage and kale mixed, but it was good.
So
But
when she go off camera, y'all, we know why. Y'all just keep talking.
I have a
I told
train.
her. I told her don't mess with them cabbage yesterday.
That's
Yeah,
what you want though. Why you just eating food that's just gonna sit there? Come on now.
I know. Look at everybody laughing at you.
The bubble guts.
What do they call it? Bubble? Yeah.
Bubble guts.
Bubble, yeah. Absolutely.
You need that in your life every now and then. Come on, somebody.
Yeah. So now let's bring in our therapist today, Cherie. I think we'll give her some time. Y'all, I've been knowing Ayana for many years. The ATL.
Yes.
Cabbage is good. What's up? Put up his name again. Jay. That's Jamal.
Okay.
That's the young man with who's fighting right now. I'm not gonna call that word, but he's healed. But he's going to the oncologist today at 11 a.m. So I need us praying for Jamal. This is his first visit since his diagnosis. So let's pray for Jamal at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
1 o'clock Central and 2 o'clock on the east side. All right. Jamal, we love you. You've been an inspiration. They talking about that cabbage, boy. We straight up family because we straight up talking about gas in the faith room. Come on, Jesus. We family. So Jamal, we're praying for you, man. We love you, sir. But Ayana, y'all, 3 things I said about Ayana. Ayana is super smart, super real. I like her. The one thing about Ayana, she's qualified and credentialed, but she 100. She'll get you. She no game. You can't play her. All right.
She's been here before a couple of times, right?
You've been in here. You can't play my girl. And then the fact that she's compassionate, and you're going to see that today. Y'all, welcome back to the room. Ayana Johnson.
Unmute yourself, Ayana.
What's up, Yana Yan?
Hi, Faith Room.
Ayana, fix my mind.
Here. That's so
Ayana, fix our life.
All right.
What's up, girl? What you been up to? You've been traveling the world. Are you booed up?
Traveling the world, huh?
You got a boo? Because you've been gone.
No, I just bossed up and was able to, pay my own way to do.
Now that's what it is.
Yana, I'm speaking over you and Cherie life. Husband.
When I get a boo, he's just gonna accommodate what I have going on. He'll just,
just compliment.
Compliment. There you go. Compliment.
So Ayana, tell everybody, because we from the ATL and all that. Tell everybody how the men market look in Atlanta, because a lot of women ain't no men in Atlanta. Tell them how it look. How the market look.
I don't know. I mean, I think you said something very vital about who I am. Like I see straight through the foolishness. So I don't necessarily give people my time, my energy. Like if I can talk to you in a few moments and realize that it's nothing there, is no reason for you to take me on a date. Like I realize that I'm the prize. So what qualifies you to for me to sit in front of your face at a dinner table? Like I can buy my own meal, so I'm good on that. So I just I don't know. There's hope. That's all I can say. I'm single, so we'll see what happens. But focus on yourself, ladies. And in due time, when you are prepared and equipped for the man you're supposed to be with, God's going to make sure that he's there and ready and available and healed, just like you. And y'all be good together. So I don't know. It's just not my focus.
All right. So everybody who's moving to Atlanta,
Well, they said don't come to Atlanta. They said they booked. Ain't no more room. Quit moving to Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta is kind of full, but Cherie, go to kind of lead us in. Ayana, we happy you here. I'm proud. I'm super, super proud of all that you've accomplished, man. You
Thank
are
you.
an example of just the hand of God, the favor of God. So thank you for being here. So Elder, get us in this conversation with the therapist today.
Okay, we got somebody that's visiting Atlanta right now. She said.
Oh, hey, Robin. I saw that.
So listen, y'all know we've been what the conversation has been this week. Self-care is not selfish, and so we've just been kind of focusing on different components of it. So we talked about getting your mind back to a healthy place after the trauma of failed relationships, whether they be romantic, friendships, whatever. And then yesterday we talked about, Ayana, how our physical wellness is so tied to our mental wellness. And so we had Vincent Jackson came in, gave us a bunch of great tips and dropped some nuggets on us. And so today we're going to let you kind of give us a few nuggets to go on, and then we're going to open the floor for you guys to put your questions in regarding mental wellness or whatever it is that you'd like for Ayana to try to answer for you. So Ayana, I'm going to pitch it to you. I know you have some things you want to kind of bring out before we get into the Q&A. And so y'all hold your questions until we tell you it's time, because if not, they're going to get lost in the shuffle. All right, Ayana, it's on you.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be back on the Faith Room. I feel like it's an amazing platform. It's a space for real people to be real and have real concerns and really voice themselves and actually not be judged. So you don't find a lot of platforms like that in the world. Plus, it's free. You know, you don't have to go and necessarily pay for someone or a coach or someone to kind of give you what you need. So if you are faithful to the Faith Room, I think that this is a good platform for you to just start to like initiate working on yourself. So I think it's pretty dope what they're doing. And I'm happy to be a part of it. So my name is Ayana Johnson, as they have told you, just to kind of put it out there before I forget. You can find me on Instagram at therapist Ayana Johnson or AJ Beautiful. Those are both my Instagram platforms, and obviously on Facebook as Ayana Johnson. I'm a clinical mental health therapist, but I'm also a 4 times published author. So I have 4 different books that I publish. My website is www.ayana-johnson.com. So that is that. And so what I felt like was important for us to kind of focus on is like, okay, people say self-care, you know, and so when you think about self-care, you say, well, why is self-care really important, right? Why is it like a thing? So physical, mental, emotional health is self-care, right? Taking care of yourself in those areas become the bundle of self-care. So if you take care of yourself, then you have the ability to take care of other people successfully, right? As moms, wives, husbands, uncles, daddies, we all have titles in the world, whatever your title may be. And your title comes with a lot of responsibilities and expectations that people have for you. So, you know, I meet with a lot of clients where they say, well, I just feel like I failed my son, or I feel like I failed my daughter. I feel like I didn't do my role as a wife, and which is why I lost my husband. You know, people have all these obvious reasons to feel guilty for things that they felt like they could have done better. And when I process it and as I go through the motions of everything, it's because you weren't really emotionally available for that person. You know, you weren't really able to make like conscious decisions. Or I have a business. I feel like I lost my business. I failed my business. I wasn't able to really dive into it. Or, you know, I have social anxiety. I don't really like people. And, you know, my mom raised me to be a certain way, like all types of reasons why you feel like you failed a situation, when the reality is just that you weren't conscious enough within yourself to make those type of decisions. And so you made impulsive decisions that ultimately causes you to fail in so many areas. Wow. I've been doing a lot of like meetings this week and conferences for small business owners, and putting a lot of emphasis on mental health, since it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been, talking to the staff and those owners, and just really putting the emphasis on how important it is, like, for you, if you are in business, like, you have to take care of yourself, and you have to have people around you that are healed and whole in order for you to get the results that you need. So self-care is essential outside of work as well.
Wow, that's good.
So it also helps you to minimize an anxiety and or like have the blaming game, right? So if you like around a circle of people and someone's actually trying to give you an opportunity, or they're trying to meet with you for whatever reason, and it's like, well, she's looking at me funny, or he made that decision because he wanted to harm me, or you start to blame yourself for certain things because you have a mood. It's like a mood alter. So it's like, I feel this way one moment and I feel that way that moment. And in that specific moment, when you have that opportunity to connect with someone, or for someone to be of a positive benefit to your life, you're not even able to be receptive of it because you're out of tune with yourself. So self-care helps you to be in tune.
Now that's good there, Ayana. That was a trigger there. Okay, go ahead.
A trigger. Okay, so
I'm sorry.
So the next thing, my next pointer would be danger, like the danger in not having self-care. It's really interesting to me how people say this whole stigma, like, you don't necessarily need therapy. I don't need to pay nobody to tell them my problems, or I don't need, I hate working out. I don't need to work out. That's not for me. Or,
Come on.
all types of things where you've kind of like, I realize that you make the decision to tell yourself that, but a lot of it comes from the way you were raised.
Come
like,
on here.
You got a narcissistic parent that don't budge, don't move mentally for nobody. Like, they're always right. They make up their own rules, and it is what it is, and everybody has to abide by it. And if you don't like me, then you just don't like me. So a lot of people grasp onto that mindset unconsciously as adults. So the danger is I think I touched on this already, but like victimization, always personalizing everything because you aren't in tune with yourself, right? In addition to that, like giving your time, your mind, your body, your energy to the wrong people. So feeling like the need for validation because you're not, again, in tune with yourself. You're not like caressing yourself. You're not fulfilling yourself internally. You're not filling up voids with positive things like working out, meditation, spending time with God, becoming more active in more positive things versus like, I gotta be, I feel a certain way, I'm about to go to the club, I'm about to go link up with this guy, I'm about to go call up a girl, whatever, like things that are necessarily not always healthy. Not saying it's something wrong, live your life. You want out there date, but don't, be careful to not do it in a way that is eventually damaging to you because you're going to crash.
Wow.
Self-doubt, never feeling like you're enough, always feeling like you got to do more, or you're not doing enough, or you're doing less, or some, playing the comparison game, like always comparing yourself to other people's lifestyles and wondering if, that last person didn't leave you, or that you didn't lose that job, what life would have been like. Or if you didn't have a child, when you started high school, like what will life be like? Like always comparing yourself or doubting yourself and your potentials and your capabilities because you lack exercise, you lack spending time with the Lord. Again, I would say that too. I'm blue in the face. I'm a therapist, but I'm a woman of God first. And I know the benefit of spending time with the Lord. I don't care. And like I don't expect everybody to be a Christian. I will want you to, but I don't care if you believe in a tree. Spend time with the tree. Find yourself in that tree. There's got to be something higher than you. And you have to acknowledge that and realize that and like sustain yourself in that mindset. And lose control of certain things. You didn't just you weren't created out of a seed in the ground. There's something that's valuable, that's bigger than you. And you have to really like get in tune with your spirituality.
Yeah.
Word, right?
That's good.
So, So the biggest danger is crashing through it all, like crashing. And so like you'll start operating in life instead of pursuing something. So if you're pursuing something, that means that you have a goal.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning, there's an intent of what you're doing. You're being very intentional about the life that you are living. And you are seeking a goal. There's something that you are seeking out of this life. I don't care what it is. There's something you're waking up for and you're seeking it and you feel fulfilled doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could be operating where you're just on the go with minimum direction. Just on the go. You wake up and you go. I gotta go. Then you start feeling anxious. Then you start feeling like you need an outlet. And that's how people get addicted to drugs and alcohol.
Wow.
Okay, my next topic is going to be, I'm going to touch a little bit on family, like healing from immediate family, the trauma of that. And I think that's important because that's a part of self-care. When you've been hurt or traumatized that by people that were supposed to love you, you lose yourself in that.
Yeah.
So you got to find a way to get back to you. And I think, that topic within itself, I'll just say, like, forgive the people who hurt you. Forgive them. You have to forgive them. You have to. Like, your life depends on that. And so, Ayana, how do you forgive them? Well, you forgive them by start to really like process and identify, like, did they really harm and hurt me intentionally? Or are they already hurt? Hurt people, and we already know that. Believe that who they are is who they are. So there's a difference between like a behavior and a characteristic, right? Someone can have a behavior and that's just like a habit, something that they do, right? But a characteristic, you can't change them, and more than likely they're not going to change because it's who they are. And so you can work through them in their behaviors, but if they've shown you over and over that that's who they are, that's their characteristic, you've got to accept that. And so you want to stop having expectations and minimize, what you're expecting from that person. And then the next thing is like processing your past trauma and understand that what they did it because more than likely they had their own trauma and the things that they were dealing with and their own insecurities and their own problems. So you don't want to personalize what someone in your family have done to you because it's like, okay, you my family, you were supposed to love me, you were supposed to be there for me, like you're my mom, you supposed to support me, you supposed to love me, like, and then you start asking yourself, like, hold up, who was there to support her? Who's there?
That's good.
There for him, like he ain't know no better. He had me at 15. He been in the streets ever since. I mean, you got to really start to think about the situation at hand instead of looking at it in the whole, because that'll damage you.
That is so good right there. That is liberating too. I guess that would that be empathy or sympathy? Empathy. So
it'll be sympathy.
Sympathy. Okay.
Yeah.
Sympathize.
Okay. Yeah. So empathize would mean is if you've been in some forms, it could be empathy because empathy means like you've already experienced what they've experienced. And so you can understand why they did what they did. Sympathize meaning I don't really understand, but I support it. I realize that you've been there, you've done that, and I get it now. And I'm willing to forgive you and move on, not just for you, but for me, because we got to move on from this thing. It can't keep holding me hostage. So last but not least is, how do you determine that you have been healed?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
How do you determine you've been healed? People say, all the time, like, I'm healed from a situation. I'm good. I ain't worried about that person no more. I'm not worried about that situation. Yeah, I lost that job, but oh, well, no. You can see straight through that, especially when you constantly, every time somebody talks to you or you're having a conversation, this situation is brought up. Like you're always pinpointing that situation. But overall, just to put it in one whole phrase, like to no longer feel the need to cope from what hurt you.
Come on.
You don't need, and coping means talking about it, drinking it away, I'm smoking it away, I'm going to party, I'm going to gossip with my friends about it. I got to find an outlet. I'm working my butt off to not think about it. Like I'm coping with it. And so once I realize that that's not there anymore, then I know that I'm healed from it.
Come on here.
So when it just becomes a memory versus still a part of you, a part of your everyday living, and you're like being intentional about, I ain't about to think about that situation. I'm about to work my butt off, or I'm about to, even with like, I'm gonna become a workout-aholic. I'm gonna work out. And it's like, you can't work that situation away.
Come on, that's good. That's good.
Can't run from it. So that's, I think I gave like 3-4 solid pointers, and
yeah,
I'm gonna open up the floor for you all to ask questions. And last but not least, I'll just say, self-care is where your joy is at, it's where your peace is at, it's where your prosperity is at, it's where your bag is at. You can't make no money and you hurting. You gotta really get your life together. And just talking from experience, it needs to be prioritized for you to be the best version of yourself.
That's good. So y'all go ahead and type in your questions.
Good. That's good, boy. That's good.
And I think it really takes work, especially the part where we become sympathetic toward the person who hurt us, because I think you gotta. I say it takes work because you got to work through the pain. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when we're in pain, I don't want to understand.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Cherie.
Sometimes it's hard. So I think that's so much maturity when you can say, okay, well, who helped them or who hurt them? Maybe they don't know no better.
The process.
It's a process, and it shows so much maturity.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Amanda, I see your comment, and I want to read Amanda. I always worry that I'm failing as a mother, but I also remind my daughters that I'm human. I make mistakes. I have emotions, feelings that sometimes I don't control. I am a work in progress, and all I can do is pray to our Lord above to help me be a better mother. What would you say to a person like Amanda who feels that she's failing as a mother? I think her perspective is changing.
Yeah.
And that's a good point.
Yeah, it's good that she's.
Where you at, Ayana? Okay, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, the message had left me, but I was trying to pull it up. But basically, it's good that she is acknowledging that she has a problem, obviously, and I can't say if you failing as a mom or not, Amanda, but I can say that, like, if you feel like you are emotionally unstable, you got to start seeing what's going on with you.
That's good.
Praying is great, and I believe that God will give you that revelation, and He will show you, just like He's showing you right now, like, okay, something's off. And as you continue to pray and you continue to search, soul search, and in addition to that, like, be real with yourself in the process, and knowing that, like, okay, I'm like this because a lot of times we know what's wrong with us, but we don't really want to face the fact of what's wrong with us. So I think that you just really facing that and facing yourself and being honest with yourself is going to help you in that process.
Wow, that's good. Is staying away from people who hurt you a good form of self-care?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, come on. Absolutely. Setting boundaries. You don't want to do it in a way where you act like they don't exist on God's green earth anymore, because, we still want to love, especially family. Like, I don't know who you're talking about, but know what your boundaries are, but absolutely that is self-care. Being able to protect your heart. Even the Bible talks about that. Guarding your heart.
Right. I get it. Travis, Cherie, I'll let you read this one.
Okay. He says, how can I tell the difference in recharging versus being a recluse? I'm a very outgoing introvert. I spend so much time in the forefront as a leader that, left to my own devices, I will just stay in the house and look at the wall.
Oh, okay.
Let me take it down so we can see you.
You need to go to Atlanta. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. Answer the question.
So if it's not a problem, it don't need to be fixed. That's the shortest version of that. Like, if you feel like that's a problem, then you need to kind of put some other things in place. But if it's not a problem, then it doesn't need to be fixed. You spend a lot of time on computers. You spend a lot of time, I don't know if you're spending a lot of time in meetings, dealing with people. But if you feel like you're becoming like a person that don't want to be bothered with people, then that can be a problem. Looking at going home and just looking at the walls. Maybe you need some balance in between work and, being home. So maybe find some recreational activities or something that you enjoy doing. I don't know if you like golfing or, playing some form of sport or something that can like really take your mind off of work and your obligations every day.
That's so good, Ayana.
Yeah, that's good. I'm my every job I have ever had causes me to be with people all the time. So I like it when I get to come home and just do what I want to do. If that means just sitting and looking at TV or just looking, that's because that's what I want to do. I'm not at the moving because somebody needs me over here, somebody needs me over there. So, but I do have a balance. I go out with my friends and have fun and stuff like that. But I think alone time is good too.
It is.
Yeah.
And necessary.
That's good. All right, y'all, send your questions in and we'll get Ayana to answer those. It's good. You know what I like talking to therapists, Sharika? They don't be hollering. They make you just want to.
Wait, is this a question?
They want to you just want to get some tissue and just.
Hold on.
You talking about Robin Brooks?
Cover her up. Yeah.
All right. My granddaughter is very spoiled and disrespectful to her mother, my daughter. We have let her get away with a lot. Every morning it's a fight before school. How do we deal with the smart mouth? My daughter is ready to send her to her dad or child protection program. What do we do? We are at our wits' end. Please help that child, Ayana. Please help that baby. I don't want that baby to go to child protective service.
How old is her daughter? How old is she?
How old is the child that's being disrespectful?
Probably like a teenager. Hopefully a teenager.
Help this child.
Oh God.
It went from daddy house to child. So
you got to get out of here. She's 11. Well, Jerica said 11. Oh, she's 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
There's hope. There's hope.
There's a lot of hope. There's a lot of ways to guide her. I don't know if she's disrespectful at 10, you're going to have to put some serious, strict boundaries in place. She obviously somewhere along the lines, she's lost respect for her mom. She doesn't have that respect that she needs to have at that age. I don't know. It's really hard to answer that type of question just in general because it sounds to be something else going on there. If she is behaving that way, of course, all teenagers, preteens, they all have attitudes, so either the mom is not emotionally equipped and available to like deal with a teenage preteen daughter, and she didn't realize what comes with that. So I just encourage her to acknowledge that she is a preteen, and if she is having like some form of attitude, but you didn't say attitude, you said disrespect. So
her mouth, yeah. Her
mouth. So you want to, you want to acknowledge that comes a part of the territory at that age, but that's fairly young. So 10, that's why I say it's got to be something else going on. So
yeah,
there is.
Ask her what's wrong. Ask the 10-year-old why is she, behaving that way, and mom gonna have to put, a little bit more. She got to put a little bit more tussle into that. Because she should not be running over her at 10.
We don't talk about the belt ministry no more, do we?
Listen, that's what I'm like.
Tussle is the word.
Okay. Life didn't change. Okay, I saw some other questions.
Touch her with tussle. Yeah. There is hope.
There is hope.
I wasn't disrespectful though, but I had a smart mouth. Can y'all believe that?
I think we all did.
You joking.
But yeah, my mama she believed in that backhand.
My mama believed in belts. Y'all remember them penny loafers?
Yes.
Anything near her.
Right.
She would throw it at me. And I'm still alive.
Don't call protective services, please.
No, you don't want that.
Try to get her some, if maybe there's something more going on. That's why I said, see what's wrong with the 10-year-old. Why is she acting out? What is the problem at hand? A lot of times there is something else going on. So figure out what that is. And that's a good start for you.
Yeah.
Here's another question.
All right. How do I deal with a family member who never accepts responsibility, always in and or causing family drama? When they're called on their stuff, they play victim, Ayana. Mm-hmm. You forgive them, love them, and keep trying to rebuild your relationship, but it never fails. Something else happened. How do you come on? That's a good question. Miss Teresa, you helping the room today.
So it goes back to that pointer that I made when it comes to family, like acknowledging who they are and like accepting that. And so it sounds like you keep going back to the same thing, looking for different results, but you're not going to get different results because that's who they are. It sounds like a narcissistic behavior. So they're definitely embedded in their mindset, and what they feel and how they think is what matters. And no one can, no one, what you feel, your emotions, like they'll act for a moment like they understand or sit there and listen, but ultimately the behavior is not going to change if they don't, because a narcissistic mindset is a characteristic. Mm-hmm. So I told y'all between the difference between the behavior and the characteristic. So what you will have to do, Teresa, is realize that this is who they are, and you have to love them for who they are. And what the young man said before, use that staying away from them as a coping skill, because that's what's necessary sometimes to guard your own heart. So realizing who they are, accepting them for just that, knowing that you can't change them. There's going to have to be an awakening from Jesus Christ himself to really put his hands on them and change them. That's a narcissistic characteristic. So you can't do anything about that besides, as far as protecting yourself, acknowledging that is there and not looking for those unrealistic expectations.
All right.
That's good stuff, Ayana. All right. Sheree, you want to read that this story? Lynn, I'm messing with you, Lynn. We're gonna get you.
How do I deal with my son
who
is upset because he broke football records out here and he feels that he didn't get more looks? Let his football scholarship go, started smoking weed with his dad. Now he takes his anger out on me. He feels like I owe him because he told me when he makes it big, I better not ask him for nothing. I'm a single mom that raised all 4 kids alone. All have graduated and they all have jobs, but this one gives me the blues. Girl.
Golly.
How he gonna make it big if he's smoking weed and not focused on football? Am I missing something? But
no, he's missing something.
Listen, Mom, you sound like you did an awesome job as a single mom.
Yeah.
You raised all your children. He's making a decision. And sometimes as parents, we have to let our kids make decisions, because the same way you had to go through your trials and your tribulations and the things that shaped you to be who you are and give you that strength and give you that awareness, he has to have his own journey as well.
That's it.
So untie the rope.
That's it.
That part.
And I know it's hard.
It is hard.
Go cry. But you got to stand your ground.
And maybe he's dealing with the emotion of not feeling like he was, and she said it, like he was overlooked.
Yeah.
Could it be that that's causing the response, Ayana, that he felt like he should have been maybe received more D1 scholarships or offers?
Oh, absolutely. He's totally given up on his. That's why I said, how he gonna make it big when he's literally given up on his dream because he didn't accomplish what he thought he would accomplish.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. He did.
Yeah. So he's taking it out on her because she's the easiest target. I mean, she's the easiest target because she's gonna love him regardless, and that's what she's been doing. Yeah. So he's gonna manipulate that situation, and you are gonna become his punching bag. So right now, I would just, I encourage you to put it back on his dad, since his dad's sitting up smoking weed with him. Make his dad be his punching bag. Remove yourself from this situation and just pray for him. And the Bible talks about how, teach a child in the way they should go. They shall never depart from it, even when they make these foolish decisions and they have to go through these trials and tribulations and these journeys in life. They are going to come back to their foundation. So you have to stand on that.
Yeah. So we salute you, Lynn. Keep doing a good job. And like she said, keep praying for him.
Yeah.
And this is just a part of his course. He's grown now. So we can't jump in and rescue them every time.
I'm crying as y'all are speaking. Thanks again.
But Lynn, last but not least, don't personalize the situation either. Like, you blame yourself for it. You're not the blame. Things happen for a reason. And unfortunately, like I said, he's going to have to take that path to really realize why this happened in his life and take upon the course that he knows is appropriate for him. And you can't do anything about that.
No.
All right.
All right.
Denise,
you got it?
Pascal. Where do you draw the line with family that has continued to do things that aren't acceptable? Every time I have allowed them back into my life, they have caused confusion, stole from me, and drug my name through the mud. Just hasn't been what family should be. I've cut them off. What do you kinfolk? Some know.
Be your own people.
Be your own. Say it again, Cherie. Be who?
Be your own people.
I think we've already answered this question. You did what you needed to do. You cut them off. She answered her own question. You cut them off and you set boundaries. Even when you do feel like you want to like kind of low key get involved back with some of them a little bit, realize who they are, accept that. Don't expect certain things from them that they're not going to give you. And especially the ones that steal. You don't want thieves around you. I hate a thief. So, you just have to be careful, with yourself and protect yourself. I think you answered your own question. Stay away from them until you feel like you are strong enough to come back around, slowly.
Okay. Here's another one.
Boy, y'all coming in. What if I was the person who hurt my family by abruptly telling them they hurt me? Out of years of the family rejecting me, I have since separated myself from interacting with them. I did apologize how I let them know, but I still hate the family is divided. Wow. Deborah, that's Deborah Jones. That's Deborah. Miss D, God bless you.
I'm trying to see how to pull that back up. It left too fast.
Put it back up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What's the person who hurt my family?
Alana is a process. I love that. She'd be like taking her time.
Well, that's what you should do. Oh, God.
Okay.
That's a good question.
You got it?
So Deborah, you feel like you hurt them by telling them that they hurt you. And so now the family is divided. If you say that out loud, it doesn't really even make sense. Like you told them they hurt you. Now they're hurt. So the thing is, depending on like how this all played out, like what part of family this is, if this is immediate family or if this is someone who have done something traumatizing to you. Because I met with someone before and she had a situation where her dad was, molesting her all her life. And then by the time she got about 28, she couldn't take it anymore. And so she had called a family meeting and she told the entire family what role everyone played in the situation. So it really depends on the depth of what you're talking about right now, to really like go into that. But just overall, I think that the most appropriate way for you to deal with the situation is to like really be honest with yourself, like about what you said to them. Like, did you say things that were inappropriate to where like you were just saying things out of hurt and out of anger, and there's no real. Oh, she said her in-laws.
And I think she's saying the way she did it is what she's apologizing for.
Oh, the way she did it. Okay, the way she did it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna have to, you said you apologized to them, but the family is still divided.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I see. Okay, so it's nothing you can really do about that. I mean, you can continue. What you should do is continue to like go around them and be who you've been to them, and like help them to kind of get reacclimated with the
Yeah,
foundation of how y'all's family used to be.
that's good.
You're gonna have to be the one to kind of drive that, because right now they're playing the victims. Like, oh, the way you said it, I mean, I realized we hurt you, but the way that you came off was just not right. So cool, maybe it was not right, and you're actually identifying and acknowledging that right now. So you go back, and people don't listen to necessarily what you say, they listen to what you do. So if you go
That's
back
good.
around and you start to like connect with them and build a new type of foundation when it comes to like where you all are now in your relationship, I think that they'll start to get used to that and accept you for who you are at this point.
Okay.
That's good.
Y'all go ahead. If you have any more questions.
Yeah, we have about 8 minutes left. Y'all, come on. This has been good. How many live do we have, Cherie?
233.
233 of y'all are up in here. And y'all, we are going to be a blessing to Ayana today. This is free therapy. How much this would cost? How much, Cherie, at a regular couch?
A lot.
Okay. How much money you
Not
got?
free.
How much money you got? A lot. So we're going to sow at least something in her life.
Yes, we will.
Come on. We will do that. So
everybody in here knows therapy costs, right? Y'all know that.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's free. All right, we'll take 2 more questions, Elder G, and then we have a couple announcements. Y'all stay logged on now. 2:30, 2:33.
Let me see if we got some more comments, because I don't.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming with questions.
All right. Any good deal. So this, Ayana, I will ask you this, because Cherie, we did deal with this. Dana dealt with this whole relationship stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ayana, at what point, and you've probably been through breakups in your life, you know, the move on. Sometimes we move on too quick, right? You ever been on social media, Ayana, and you look up and 3 months ago they were talking about a breakup, and then 3 months later they in a picture with another dude out with the bae? Like, that's not healthy. Like, what? I mean, can you talk to men and women who feel like there's a need that I just got to be in a relationship? I don't know how we stop it. I deal with it as a pastor with people. Cherie deals with it. You deal with it. But as a therapist, man, at what point how do you help people breathe a minute? And and we always posting our boo and bae, and then it don't work, or I don't know, y'all help me help the room. But that's for somebody who wanted to know.
Okay, I got you. So just as a recommendation, like, don't post the person. Like, if you feel like you're about to, you know, if you are engaged in the next boo in the next 30 days, you know, let people qualify to be a part of your life, especially to be like on your social media broadcasting it around the world. Like, who are they to qualify to be that much of be that important to you, or that attached to you, to where you are like showing the world already. So when it comes to, so there's like a gray area with what you're saying, Nate. It's like, you don't necessarily have to like tell yourself, because I just broke up with one person, I don't have room to be with the next person in the next 30 days. I feel like sometimes it happens that way. And I've seen successful relationships that actually she break up with someone and be with someone in the next 90 days, be married in the next year, and life goes on. So I don't think that you should necessarily like tell yourself, nah, I'm closing myself off from the world. So here's how you know you need to do that, though.
Come on, girl.
Right? You know you need to do it if, going back to what we said, you know you're not healed, right? You got this whole thing you didn't put in your mind now about men or about women, and, you know, categorizing all men and women to be the same, or, you know, they all liars, they all cheaters. Telling yourself the girls, all of them do is they want your money, or they ain't never faithful, they lie, all types of stuff. Like if you put that in your mind and you actually like realize you can go into your next situation and not believe nothing the next person say and not really be open and vulnerable to that person, then it's not time for you to move on to the next person, because you won't even be receptive of what they have to offer to you. People are different. We have there's common traits that we have as men and women, but people are different. We come from different cultures, different upbringings, different experiences. So you got to like acknowledge that the last person is not the next person. And
Come on.
He's a man or she's a woman, so they may have common traits, but overall life, the shape of someone comes from their upbringing, their culture, their background, and their experiences.
Yeah.
So
that is so good.
Somebody for that versus what you've been through, right? And so that you are ready when you're still holding on to that same person and just having this, you've told yourself and convinced yourself in your mind that they're all the same, until you get to a place in your life where you could say, I am, I've forgiven who hurt me. I've forgiven how that situation, because a lot of times people don't hurt you. It just didn't work out. They weren't the right match. And you got to be okay with that. Oh, I gave this man, my number, and we was out dating for months and it just fell through. Well, thank God, sis, that it fell through, because you don't want to be married to the wrong person. So you have to accept that. And, rejection is God's protection. If you feel like you were rejected from somebody, it's, he was wrong or she was wrong. It wasn't the right person. So he's protecting you to save you for the right person. So I think that once you get into your mindset and tell yourself, like, I am open, ready, available, and healed, then it's time for you to like move on. But here's the thing. Sometimes you aren't necessarily in a relationship and are broken and can't get, you're in a relationship on January 1st, and then the relationship breaks you down and you're not available on January the 30th. That's why you can't like put it as a whole, because people heal differently. Right? Timings are different. Situations are different. So from the outside looking in, you can't just categorize the fact that you shouldn't be open to the next person, because that's not healthy either.
That's good.
Girl, you getting a chicken sandwich from me today. Cherie, the last person is not the next person.
The next person.
God, that's rich, y'all.
But you're not going to see that until you allow yourself to heal, because you're going to always be casting that on the next person, and that's not fair.
No, it's not. And God can send you your next person could be the person. You won't even be receptive of that person, because you holding on to your ex-wife or holding on to that dude that hurt you. Like, you won't be receptive of what he has to offer you. I know personally in this dating world, you can really miss out on some opportunities and run people away because of the way that you are. Yeah. People look at you and say, oh, well, he's handsome or she's beautiful. And they give you that opportunity to sit down with them. And, they really have a way to like elevate your life, love you in a way that you've never been loved before, or give you something that you've never had, and you're not even available to it because you got this whole attitude, this mindset, and you just a mess. So you have to, when you realize you like that, just sit back and wait, work on yourself, self-care.
What Pastor Dana say, go back behind closed doors, go back
and come out refreshed, renewed, and healed.
Yeah. Right, gotcha. Well, there's an elephant in the room, but can you address self-doubt? And then y'all, we'll take one more, and we got Ayana got to get out of here.
Yeah,
can you address self-doubt? Self-doubt.
Can you address self-doubt? Self-doubt. So addressing self-doubt. That's a really broad question, but self-doubt is, I don't know if you want to know what it means, or if it's, what do you mean by addressing?
Can you, Ms. Joyce, can you give us a little bit more, like, narrow that down?
Yeah.
What do you want to know about it? While she's doing that, here's another one. Connection is important, being a person of faith. How do you make connections when you're easily drained due to social anxiety and trust concerns?
Man.
How do you make connections when you're easily drained? Okay, so
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is. It is. So making a connection. So focusing on. I'm guessing she's talking about dating, right?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So focusing on the baseline of why you feel like you need to make this connection with this certain person is what's going to help to drive you to
The why.
the
Okay.
why, to
Okay.
getting what you need out of that situation. So you make a connection based on the why. Why are we connecting? What does he have to offer to me? What do I have to offer to him? How can we build up each other? You know, what value are we bringing to one another? And I think that there's no drainage with that. You won't be drained. You won't feel like you're out of place. You won't feel like you're putting more effort into something else that's going to fail you. Like I told y'all in the beginning of the call, when it comes to dating for me, I don't give people that, because you should know in the first conversation or within the first time of like being around someone, if that's someone that you, because people always reveal themselves. They're going to say something stupid. They're going to say something that don't line up with who you are and your qualities as a woman. And this is for women. Like, sorry, Pastor Nate, but know your worth, know your qualities, understand like what you have to offer. You are the prize. You are the prize. So to be able to connect with you are a man's helpmate.
Yes.
So you need to know what help you're bringing to them and what help they're bringing to you. And if it doesn't align up, is unequally yoked. And the Bible says that there's nothing that can prosper in the world that is unequally yoked. Two has to be unequally yoked. So you're drained, you're easily drained if you're giving your energy to the wrong thing or the wrong person. Yeah. Social anxiety comes, and trust concerns comes from what we just finished talking about, like your old experiences, still carrying the baggage of what happened to you in the past. So Kalisha, you're gonna have to work through that stuff. Like you're gonna have to, you can't just move on and start connecting and trying to date. Great. It sounds like you may have the first thing, the connection. Okay, while we're connecting. And then if you're easily drained, that's because you're connecting with the wrong person. Social anxiety and trust issues, you may be carrying that baggage from that last person, in which is causing you not to really be receptive of the connection.
That's good.
Let me ask this question. It came through my phone. This is a good friend in ATL. Sharik, get a sip of coffee real fast.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Go ahead.
This is the question. I ain't gonna never lie to y'all. That's the question. I'm gonna read it. Ayana, you ready for this? You need some water, Ayana?
No, I'm good.
This some Jerry Springer stuff, and he ain't even on the air yet. He off the air. Here it is. I want to know her thoughts, advice on a close family member, and she put close in caps, who is marrying someone I once was involved with, whether or not I should attend the wedding. And how do we get back to our regular family interaction when it's clear they're moving on with this union, regardless of me expressing that I'm not okay with him being my cousin?
Because now you about to be my cousin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, hold up.
All right. The family doesn't know. She asked if I would just come to her wedding, even though she wants me to be in the wedding. And I'm absolutely, in caps, not doing that. So one of her close family members is going to marry a guy who she once was involved with. Should or should I not attend the wedding? And how do we get back to our regular family interactions when it's clear they're moving on, regardless of me expressing I'm not okay with him being my cousin once they're married?
So her cousin marrying somebody
she was dealing with.
Good God Almighty.
I don't like, now I got to look at you. Now you about to be my cousin.
I want to hear the therapist answer.
But her question is, should she go to the wedding?
And how does she get back to the family interaction? Those are two questions.
Because you can't just stay away from family. So
if she go to the cookout, she's gonna be there with a dude. That's a real good question.
So I think
a cigarette. No, I'm joking.
I think that she should.
Hold on, I don't smoke, y'all. I'm joking. Go ahead.
She should absolutely not go to the wedding if she, like we were talking about in the beginning, you have to guard your heart. So it's going to cause you additional pain. You're going to have to replay everything that you felt from the moment you knew that they were in a relationship. All that stuff is going to hit you again. Then you're going to have to heal from that again. So right now, I feel like you're in a better place in your healing. You may not be fully healed, but healing is steps to healing. So it's just like it's steps to trauma, it's steps to healing from trauma. So you may be at a better place right now in your healing process, and you don't want to like start and revert back to having to deal with those same emotions and the things that bother you from the moment that you ignited or initiated that thought that they are your friend, or whoever you used to deal with is dealing with someone that you used to deal with. Secondly, how do you get back? Only time will tell. I don't have like a solid concrete answer for that, but time will tell. You must set boundaries. You must release them mentally. And it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to accept that it happened, release them, stop prioritizing their relationship, put the emphasis back on yourself. Understand that your life matters. There's a man out there for you that is 30 times better than what he has to offer, which is why y'all didn't work out.
Right.
And also, to be honest with you, in the healing process, sometimes it takes for you to write down the pros and the cons of who that person was and acknowledge that you ain't really missing out on too much.
That's good. That's look, I don't know why I just put myself in her place, but that just helped me. I feel bad for her. I mean, I felt that.
You're going to have to process through losing this person and doing different techniques, writing down, journaling, thinking about the things that he did in the relationship while y'all weren't together, and put that on her. Like, girl, sis, you got it. Them your issues now. Like, you got to convince yourself, like, you're not really taking a loss. And so once you accept that within yourself and be okay with that, then I think you'll be all right being around them. But that's going to take years. I'm be honest with you. Because right now you already questioning, should you even go to the wedding? So I know that indicates that you're nowhere near where you need to be to like accept the fact that they are together.
That's
listen,
good.
Sheree, we got to go. I got to get a lot out of here. I want you to listen, y'all. We'll be back Monday. This is free. I know y'all trying to get it, I know it.
Well, this was Miss Joyce, but I guess we'll address it later. I mean, another day.
Hit it real quick, because Miss Joyce, I don't want
to asking her for clarity on her question about self-doubt. She's talking about relative to your purpose when you're a perfectionist and you start to self-doubt. Just real quick.
When you're a perfectionist and you start to self-doubt when you're a perfectionist. So basically, like your purpose and your perfectionist, you self-doubted. That means that it goes back to the beginning of what I was saying about like being in tune with yourself. Like, I don't know where you are, Ms. Joyce, with that. Like, maybe you're at a certain place in your life and in your journey where there's certain things about you that don't align up with who you used to be. So getting in tune with the woman that you are today and realizing that is just enough, because maybe, I don't know your age or anything, but I don't know, I'm just kind of going by what I'm feeling. Like, maybe there were certain things about you, like, where you have to like give it times 10, raising kids and doing the things that you were doing back then. And that's not necessary for you to be on 10 the way that you are right now. Understanding that who you are right now and the qualities and the characteristics that you carry is just enough for what you need to do. So don't doubt yourself. What you are today is enough of who you need to be.
That's good.
Yeah. Sierra Vargas said, Claudia said, I would also say, don't talk about, this is going back to Celeste, Crystal, Jackie, Margaret. I'm trying to see. I would say don't discuss with the rest of the family or them, not replaying your relationship with him in your head. It's over now, and they can go live happily ever after.
Agreed. Yeah. Minimize talking about it.
Drop the mic. Sheree, it's been a good show. Y'all, I And I know Cherie, I know my friend, she feeling bad for that question. She up there processing like, dang, what would I do?
No, but no, that for real, because that helps you. That has helped me even in my series of things. You have to think, why did what you really I don't want to talk online. I tell you.
Yeah, you gotta step outside of your emotions.
Go ahead. That's your problem now.
Step outside your emotions and get into your facts.
Facts get into the facts. That's it.
Facts versus feelings. Facts versus feelings. Keep telling yourself facts. Period. The end. I gotta go, y'all.
Listen.
But thank y'all.
Log off, and then we're gonna have a few announcements.
Thank you so much.
Love you, Lon. Thank you.
Okay. Love y'all. Bye.
Peace. That girl bad.
Wait a minute. Okay.
That girl is bad.
Great stuff.
And Cherie, Ayana's so smooth, and she don't.
Oh yeah.
She processed every single.
And that's what you want. That's what you want from a We don't talk about Bruno. No.
Cherie.
Baby, listen, I got to be careful. Yeah.
Cherie, this is good stuff, sis.
Yeah.
Free. Can you put up the listen, tomorrow we're going to be giving gas away all over the coast to coast. So y'all stay tuned for pictures, a few videos tomorrow. And we're talking about the video because we don't want people to feel like, we're doing it for show, but we will do pictures and let you know how we're going to do that. But then today, Cherie, everybody needs to sow something. I think we've done $10 Fridays, well, at least $5 to $10. And can we also tell them the good news about the business? Can you want to make that announcement?
Right ahead. No, you do it.
You do it, Cherie, because I like your radio voice.
Okay, so we're pretty much, without going into all technicalities and the details and terms, the Faith Room is legit. We are an entity now unto ourselves. We are legal. Can't nobody else use that name. It belongs to us. It belongs to us, honey. And if we use it, we could, you could suffer some repercussions.
So we have a business license now.
Yes.
And we can operate as a legit business. Now, Now, what are we working on now is our copyrights, right? And our trademark, right? So when you look at our logo and all that stuff, that's a whole nother conversation. Yes. The fact is, y'all, all these, now some people, you may see Faith Room in other places, but we're legit. So if they go in, try to start a Faith Room, our name is going to pop up. You know what it's going to say? Taken. Remember when Forrest got on the bus? Taken. This name's taken.
Things are moving.
This name's taken. Cherie, we ought to give God praise for that, sis.
Oh, they going in these comments.
We ought to give God praise for that.
Yes.
And y'all, we don't know what the Lord about to do with this thing. But God is doing something. And it starts with y'all, the people who come in here every day, Cherie.
Yeah.
Every single day. So a lot going on, y'all. But I want to thank our co-host. Give our co-host a hand with her crazy self. Give her a hand. Cherie, I think we ought to sow a seed today, sis. I think everybody should.
All right.
Sow a seed. First of all, Ayana, that was free today. And then y'all,
yes,
we build, we sow. Everybody do it. We ain't put this online yet, but y'all, this is a big accomplishment, man. It's a big accomplishment. And we're giving gas away. We're blessing people with, God,
I just say that whatever God is breathed on, there's no limit. There's no limit to what he can do and where he can take it. And so I think if our motives stay pure, we haven't seen the best yet.
We
haven't.
Don't make me cry, Elder. You know I'm sensitive.
I'm just saying this is low is the way. Low is the way. We stay humble and let God take us and just ride the wave.
And Cherie, I don't think we're gonna let each other get puffed up, or if we start acting like somebody else, you're gonna call me out on it, and I'm gonna call you out on it.
That's right.
Nate, who are you today?
Yeah.
It's good to know God will bless your authentic self.
Period.
Cherie,
That's so good.
I ain't never had to be nobody else. I ain't had to preach like nobody else. I ain't had to have the personality like Pastor Nate crazy. That's my personality. And I ain't trying to be deep like everybody else.
That's it. And I can vouch. And then those of you who've known Nate, Nate has been this Nate the whole time. If I
Even
had
as
to
a senior pastor,
act like somebody else, I would probably forget and start back acting like me. So it ain't gonna work for me, no way. That ain't gonna work.
Blake said all 7 continents will know the faith room.
Wow. Wow.
And y'all, the crazy part is we haven't even started taking the faith room live invitations that we've gotten.
Right. They want this on the road.
Let me tell y'all this. We have been so intentional about following God. We haven't even started traveling yet. We don't even make announcements about it. Cities that want us to come. We ain't even started, Cherie.
No. And if you think about it, sometimes it gets scary. You know, the doors.
Chicago, Cherie. Tennessee. Arkansas. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Can I keep naming them?
If you must. I think they get it.
I'm grateful to God, man. I'm just grateful to God, man. So y'all, we're going to come in here next week, Lord willing. Y'all sow a seed. If you believe in this room, man, just put a seed on it. Matter of fact, Cherie, let me do mine right now. Because I ain't never going to tell people to do what I don't do.
We don't do. That's it. Somebody says so many questions that have been answered in the faith room that I have been wanting to ask. So it lets me know that I am not alone. And we're family in here. We're family.
Man, let me send mine
Let
right
God
now.
lead you. Follow his steps. Thank y'all so much. That's what we do. And I think that's the secret sauce. So when people want to know, how y'all doing this? How are you doing it? We follow his lead. I'm too scary to just take off and, you know, just do what's trending or just be all over the place. I'm too scared because I know that some people's next steps are contingent on the words that come out of our mouths or what we present in this room. And so it's very serious. It's very serious.
All right, my seed is gone, Cherie.
All right.
All right, y'all. Sow what you can today. Everybody, we've been integral. Everything we said we were gonna do, we did it. Yeah. Where my money going? You paying you giving $1,000 in gas tomorrow, y'all.
That's why. So as you stated, we're not taking pictures or doing videos or whatever to be braggadocious. It's a part of our accountability to you because you sowed the seed, and we're just letting you know we're doing with the money what we said we were going to do. And so it's going to be a pop-up. So you don't have to ask us where we're going to be. It's when we get there, we'll tell you. It's going to be like pop-up wherever we decide to go in all 5 states. So we'll announce once we get there, hey, we're at wherever located at blah, blah, blah. And then people can come, but you got to come quickly because we're not going to be long.
20 cars, $20, 5 states.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing tomorrow. Those here in San Diego, Greater Life, I'll let you know what gas station we're going to hit tomorrow if y'all want to come through. Again, we ain't going to make no signs. We just going to be a blessing.
We're just going to show up.
And we had, and I want y'all to pray for our operations director, Jessica Jackson, who's in the hospital right now under the doctor's care. And Jessica will tell her testimony one day, but she is under the doctor's care. She had started making little cards that we were going to print out, but bam, this hit us. So we're going to figure out a way to we want her to get well. Mm-hmm. But in fact, Pearlie brought that idea to me about, hey, can we do a card and just let people know how to watch the Faith Room? So we'll figure it out, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for letting us be ourselves, okay? Thank you for letting Cherie be herself, myself, those who help us, the facilitators who come in, man, everybody who makes this platform what it is. I want to thank God for each and every one of you. Cherie, I think it's good to put a prayer on what the Lord has done, sis. And I want to pray right now.
All right.
And again, thank y'all for everything. Vince, love you too, man. Thank you so much. Vince, I drank so much water yesterday. My toilet was like, what's going on with you, dude? I drank so much water. Thanks to Vince getting my health right. So
okay, Lakeisha, I'm gonna holler at you because I need help.
Yeah. All right, man. Love you guys. Let's pray, guys. Let's pray. Father, I love you. I'm grateful for your hand of favor on this room. God, I'm thankful that you have called us to such a time as this. I'm grateful for Elder Cherie. I'm grateful for the team. I'm grateful for the people who make the faith room what it is. These people who come in every day, God, and trust us with 1 hour of their life.
Yes, Lord.
God, from all over the country, not just California, not just Arkansas, but God, from all over the country. God, thank you so much,
Lord.
for touching this platform. Now, God, we remain humble. We will never boast. Yes. We will never brag. God, you get all the glory. Thank you that we're a business now. We are moving toward copyright and trademark. Help us now in that process.
Yes, Lord.
God, you made this name available after all these years, God. No one took the name, God, and made it legit. God, thank you for keeping it long enough.
Thank you, Lord.
Because you knew that we were coming. Thank you, Father,
yes,
for favor. And I honor you now. Bless me as the host, Cherie.
Yes,
God, we need to, God, show us what city to go to,
Lord.
What leader to connect to, God. We're not opportunists.
Yes, Lord.
So we will not move in our flesh.
Yes.
God, thank you for speaking to us, even as we drive, even as we minister, even as we work. Take us through this Friday. Yes, keep us safe this weekend. As we go out and give gas away tomorrow, God, keep us safe.
Yes, Lord.
We pray your protection on us, and we pray that we will be able to put a smile on somebody's face. Have your way in our life in Jesus' name.
Jesus. Amen.
Take care, y'all. We love you.
Don't forget to pray for Jamal.
11 o'clock.
Set an alarm on your phone.
Pacific time. That's right.
All right. Love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.